Hey guys, I'm back. I'm sorry it's been so long since my last live. Yes, I was on holiday for a while and then I had an unexpected trip to New Zealand, which was a bit mad, but I am back and I have got some lovely stuff to show you tonight. So thank you for being so patient with me. Let's just jump straight to it, shall we? So, first up, the new catalogue, which has now gone live. It went live yesterday. I have got copies of these bad boys that will be going out to everybody who's shopped with me in the last 6 months. There are some really gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous things in this catalogue. I'm just doing a bit, oh, look at that. Iridescent holographic shimmery paper. I'm going to be showing off a lot of this stuff over the next few weeks and months. This is beautiful. I think I showed you that in the unboxing. Hey Shona, glad you're here. Yeah, new catalogue, loads and loads of lovely stuff. Copies will be coming out to you if you've shopped with me. If you've not shopped with me and you want one, drop me a message with your details and we can get you sorted out. But tonight I have got a brand new kit to share with you. So this is the Forever Friends kit. As you can see, this is brand new unboxing. I have not even looked inside this yet. So let's check it out and see what we've got. So Night of Navy ink spot. We've got a stamp set here. Let's see what we've got. Nobody gets me like you get me. That's quite sweet. You can do hard things. I'm always here for you no matter what. Some nice script ones here as well. Forever Friends and sending lots of hugs. And then you've got this lovely flower and these little, so leaves or petals, could go either way. And then these little sprig bits as well. Either way, that's a gorgeous stamp set. Let's open up the rest. Put that box to one side. And let's get in at this. How have you all been? Have you been doing lots of crafting? Lots of goodies? I hope you've had lots of fun. I've had lots of fun, but I have been very tired. I'm not going to lie. It's been quite knackering. Right, so we've got some baker's twine here. I'm going to say that's probably Calypso Coral. Do you know what? Let's have a look at the instructions because that'll tell us the colours. I'll get these from the other side here. By the way, this isn't just an unboxing. I'm going to make these cards as well. So let's see. Yeah, so the colours, Calypso Coral, Daffodil Delight, Night of Navy, Old Olive and Petal Pink. And these are the cards. So 2 different card designs to make. You get 4 of each, so 8 cards in this kit. Let's have a look. So yeah, Calypso Coral twine. That's pretty. Hey Heather. It was lovely seeing you at the weekend. Glad you can join us tonight. Clear block to go with my stamp set. Let's pull this out and see what we've got. Right, so let's just take it all out. I never throw out the chipboard, by the way. You've seen me do mini albums. I always save these for mini albums. They're really useful. So, what have we got? We've got some printed elements here. So there's 4 of these cards with the flower printed on it. That's the same flower as we've got in the stamp set, by the looks of things. Yeah, that's really pretty. Hey Julie, hey Ali. Oh, glad your stuff arrived, but I'm sorry that you're exhausted. You hang in there. We've got these printed elements as well. They are lovely. I'm guessing they're going to be for card backgrounds. Ooh, foiled envelopes. So there's 8 of these, all completely the same, but they've got this lovely, see that foiling? Really pretty. Love that. Ooh, lots and lots of strips. So 2 full sheets. I mean, that's, let's have a look. They're like 5 inches by 4.5 inches. So 5 inches by 4.5 inches. These are big. I mean, that's my snips next to these sheets. And you get 2 of them. So that's interesting. What else have I got here? So card blanks. I've got 4. This will be the Daffodil Delight, this lemon shade. I suspect that's also Lemon Lolly, the new yellow shade, the new lemon shade that came in with the colour refresh. Then we've got these ones as well with the foiling. Let's see what these are. So we've got more of the foil shapes here for sentiments, no doubt, and then we've got these strips as well. Got a lot of these, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So unless we're putting multiples on a card, we've got lots of spares there. Let's have a look at the instructions and see what it's looking for us to do first. So let's have a look. First one up, we need this card blank. I'm going to use my bone folder, but you could just as easily use the edge of your clear block. Hey Debbie, glad you're here. Oh, I really missed you guys. I'm so glad to be back crafting with you all again. My adventures have been fun, but there's nothing quite like crafting with friends. Right, so I've got my card blank. See, it's got these tiny little spots on it. They're really pretty. Now I need one of these. And looking at it, I'm going to use this flower to stamp over the top of the flower that's on here. So let's cue that up. As usual, I'm not going to use the clear block that came with the kit. I'm going to use my full-sized ink pads, and then the clear block will go in as a gift for someone. Hey Linda, glad you're here as well. Oh, everyone's here. Now, because I'm going to be putting these over, before I start, I'm just going to check to see which way these go. I'm pretty sure it's this way. Check that they're all in the same direction. It's a lot easier to do this before you've put ink on it. They're all meant to match. Is it that way? Yeah, that's it. So that one goes on like that. And then that's that one there. Right, so the easiest way to do it is to figure out, you've got this petal here that's got a little bit of a flat bit on it compared to the points at either side. So what I'm going to do is, I found the stamp, I think it's this one here. It's got the flat bits. Let's just check it against the rest of them. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have, get it the right way around, Emma, that flat bit so that I know where it's pointing. And then that's how I'm going to line these up each time. There we go. Always a lot easier to do this before you ink up. So, plus remember, it's not meant to be absolutely precisely exact, she says, knowing that it might not be precisely exact. Of course, if you do want to get it precise, use your Stamparatus. Other stamping tools are available. There we go. I quite like these. Let's see. This one goes round like that. Ah, so it's that way. Yeah. I don't know why this is giving me like 50s kitchen vibes. Is it the yellow? Makes me think of Tupperware parties that my mum used to have. Tell me I'm not alone here. Tell me I'm not a crazy person. Well, I mean, I am a slightly crazy person, but you all knew that anyway, right? There we go. So that's just stamped. Let me show you what it was like before you stamped it so you can see the difference. Okay, so you've got the one on the left that is just as it is, which is still pretty. And then you've got the one on the right after it's been stamped. And to be honest, they're both lovely, but this one does seem to pop a little more Tell me what do you prefer, without the stamping or with the stamping? I think both are nice. Of course, you can do it however you choose. That's the whole joy of these kits. You can follow the instructions or you can do it yourself. No one's going to... The stamping police aren't going to come and shout at you if you decide to do things your own way. Right. This gets 4 of these strips put on the back. With the stamping, another vote for with the stamping, yeah. Do you know, the designers of these projects, they're not daft, are they? They know what looks good. That's another vote for with stamping, yeah. It just makes it pop a little more, I think. So I'm going to take 4 of these strips. There we go. And then this goes in the centre of my card blank. That's nice, just having it pop up to give it a little dimension. And then this goes on the middle. Now it's interesting, it says to cut one of these strips. So I shall. And then literally do half and half like that. First I was thinking, oh, that means I need scissors to do this set. But to be fair, I need the scissors to cut the twine anyway. So it's perfectly fine. Right. This goes about here. Right, what's next? One of these. So let's poke this out. And, oh, I've managed to get ink all over me already. Well done, Emma. Let's clean off my stamp. Hey Jean, glad you're here. We're playing with one of the new kits. There's actually another new kit that's now come out, so I'm one behind. I'm hoping to have that in time for next week's Facebook Live though. Let's put this stamp back on and let's pick a sentiment. Sending lots of hugs. That's a nice sentiment. So there we go. Use that with my Knight of Navy. It's a lovely font on this sentiment. I really like it. Make sure I'm doing it the right way round. Sending lots of hugs. I used sentiments from one of the kits on the little gifts that I gave when I did my New Zealand adventure. As my husband says, you know, round the world in 80 hours. It's kind of how it felt. Okay, 10 inches. I'm just measuring this against my grid paper, but remember your instructions do have inches printed along the side. So if you're crafting on holiday in a caravan or something like that and you've just taken a kit with you, you still have everything you need, apart from scissors. Don't forget the scissors. All right. Cut another one of these in half. Alright, so we'll put that down the centre there, and then this goes at a jaunty angle, so then it sits on top like that. There we go. Right, so that's the first card done. I think it's quite simple, isn't it? I mean, you've literally got the stamping on the background bit, the stamping on the sentiment, part of me's thinking, you know, could we add like a wee sequin or a wee bit of bling or something like that. But you do have the foiling on here, so that does lift it up a little. Yeah, I think it's nice. I do like it. Let's have a look at the second card now. I have a feeling I'm going to be quicker than I planned this one. Let me just clean off my stamp as I go. Right, so the second card uses one of these foiled card blanks. Lovely old olive shade here. Have a friend that old olive is her absolute favourite colour. She loves all things old olive. The ribbons, the card, the ink, the buttons, the brad, everything. Right, so we've got that. Next we've got another one of these printed pieces here, these printed elements. So as before, we're going to use the flower piece to stamp on here. So like I did last time, just line it up before you put any ink on so that you know which way you're doing it. Let's pull that one off. I'm glad you like it, Heather. Thank you. So let's ink these up. The photopolymer does make it easy to line them up, but again, remember, they're not expected to be completely precisely exact, she says, as an excuse for why hers aren't. That's pretty close. There we go. So again, what do you think? With the stamping or without the stamping? What's your preference? I like both. I do like both. This one, though, it's saying that I need to use the other stamps on here as well. So remember I said, was that more petals or was it leaves? I think it is leaves, so we're going to do it on here as an outline. I also think it's interesting having Night of Navy as an outline for flowers. Wondering if maybe like a dark green, evening evergreen, of course, sadly gone. Let's see. There we go. You like it with the stamping as well, Jean? Yeah, that was the general consensus earlier. People like it with the stamping rather than without. I think it does lift it. It just adds a little pop of something to it. Right, and then next we've got these tiny little flowers. Achoo! Excuse me. Achoo! Excuse me. Hope that didn't come out too loud down the microphone. You know that way if you accidentally sneeze when you're on the phone, just about blast the eardrums of the other person. There we go. It's very pretty. I can see me doing this kit with my nieces. You know, if we were doing some cards for friends or something like that. I think this could be a lot of fun. Let's go back to our foam strips. Using 3 of these this time. It is a smaller piece than the last one, so that makes more sense. There we go. And so now this goes onto our old olive foiled card blank. And again, we're going to use one of these shapes. These are quite nice shapes. I was thinking you could make these very easily yourself. I mean, you do get lots of spares. So considering that there's 8 cards in this pack, And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you've got 12 of these shapes. So you've got enough for all of the cards and then some spares. I like how you get extras in the kits. Forever friends. That's a nice sentiment. Let's put this on here. There we go. Right, and then so same as before, we just use that half piece of foam strip that I used from before. We're going to use another 10 inches. They are very generous with the twine, but they do give you a lot of it, so I'm not overly worried. And then split this into 3. Lay it over that way, turn it over, and then this just sticks right in the center. Like so. There we go. Right. You see, I was thinking, does it need bling? Does it need an embellishment of some sort? But actually the foil is enough bling in itself, I think. So those are the 2 cards. And of course they've got the envelopes to match. So that one goes there. This one goes here. Right. What do you think? Do you have a preference? Which is your favourite out of the 2? Is it the sending lots of hugs, or is it the forever friends? Which is your favourite? Let me know what you think. I'm glad you like them, Ali. This kit is definitely one of their quicker and easier kits, I think. The fact that you've got 2 designs, whereas some of the kits have got 3, or I suppose some of the Christmas ones even have got 4 different designs, the gift tags I'm thinking. So this is a very simple kit and a very easy one. This would be a great gift for somebody who hasn't done a lot of crafting and wanted to give it a try. You like the first one, Julie, the sending lots of hugs. I like the lemon background on this. I think it really looks nice. This one I'm almost wondering if it's too blingy. You like them both as well, Debbie. Sending lots of hugs. So that's you. So we've got 2 votes for the first one, and then everybody likes both of them as well. They are nice. I mean, they are lovely cards. They really are. The new kit that has just come out is a shaker kit that I'm hoping to have to show you next week. So that should be lots of fun. I kind of feel the feeling that we finished too quickly. I wonder if I can pull something else out. What do you want me to do? We can call it a night now if you want, or I can pull out some of my new catalogue stuff and we can have a play, but it would very much be winging it. I have no concrete plans on what other to do other than this kit. I didn't realise it would be done so quickly. You let me know if you've had enough for one night or if you want me to keep going. You like the yellow best as well, Debbie? Yeah. I think I do like them both, but this one is probably my favourite. Let's see. You want to see the new stuff? You had to work late. Right, let's get some new stuff out of the new catalogue. Let's have a look. There's a new stamp set and punch bundle that I really want to play with. So let's pull this out and let's have a go with it. So that's this and this. And I'm going to pair it up with these, I think. Oh, I'm now just starting to pull lots and lots of stuff out. Right, let's have a look and see what we can come up with some of these shiny. Let's move the kit cards off to one side. They've been fun, but we've got more things to play with. Oh, and let's get the ink pads out as well. I'm thinking new colours is definitely what we want to play with today. Let's bring these out. Where's my new? There's another ink colour, in colour, disappeared. I definitely want it because it's the grey shade. You know what, we'll just make do with the marker pens for just now because I don't want to bore you while I go hunting through stuff. Let's get some Whisper White. Oh, not the thick stuff. And let's get some in colour cardstock. Right. New catalogue stuff. To be fair, I have not crafted with you lot for ages, so I feel like I should really make up for it with a proper session tonight. Right, let's use the new in colours because that's the vibe I'm kind of going for. Let's take, so we've got Moody Mauve, we've got Moody Mauve, we've got Boho Blue, we've got Wild Wheat, which is this one. This one is the copper clay, and then I think it's this one here, this grey shade. Nope, wrong again. That one is the new grey, Pebble Path. That was the greys that I was comparing it to. Do you remember the last live when I was comparing the different colours of cards? Right, let's have a go at these. I'm going to start off. Haha, oh, I need blocks. That's what I need. 1 second, let me grab a block. Rightio. Now we're cooking with gas. Let's have a look at this. See, already I'm loving some of these ones. These circles with the sentiments and everything. I think they're really, really cute. Let's give them a go. So I'm going to start off. Let's get a bit of Whisper White, Basic White. Basic White. Do you know, it's not been Whisper White for years. I still call it that. It was a good shade. Let's cut some of this down to make it more accessible. Right. See, you've got these lovely flowers, which I think are really pretty. And then you've got these ones here as well, the cupcakes. Right, I have an idea, which I'm going to give a try. I'm going to use some of the in colour papers. I'm going to do an in colour card here. What am I going to do? You really are seeing me just winging it here because I hadn't a firm plan for tonight other than using the kit. So this is you seeing me at play here. So if it doesn't work, you're just going to have to forgive me. But I'm going to use this Moody Mauve as my card base. Then, thinking, I'm going to layer it up with, change my mind already. See this? This is me changing my mind. Square card blank. Let's see. Right, that's what I've got so far. Then I'm thinking, use this punch. Now, hey Karen, it's all right. You don't worry about being late. I'm not known for always being perfectly on time as it is. Let's see. I'm going to do. Have a bit of a mad idea with this one, so I don't know if it's going to work. You're just going to have to roll with this. Let's see. See, when you've got something that's a circle, to make sure that you get it onto your block without having it look all weird and overly, stick it down onto your grid paper first and then pick it up with the block. And that way you don't run the risk. I don't know if you noticed the first time I put it on, it was kind of squished, so it was more of an oval than a circle. Right. What I'm thinking is I'm going to put that in, position it where I want it to be. Okay. You see, now I'm wondering, was it enough just to have the Celebrate on the white, or do you think I should have the Celebrate going down onto the coloured cardstock as well, onto these edges? Have a think about that, see what you think, while you see, my plan was to do the cupcake, but I don't know if I've left enough space. Just about enough space. Same with long straight stamps. That's very true, Karen. Do you know, I should have stuck this DSP down first, because I'm going to keep it there, I think. Right, next up, Wink of Stella. Trusty Wink of Stella. Have you ever used Wink of Stella to do like watercolouring? If you do it when the ink is still slightly wet, see, it hasn't pulled in much. Let's do this. I'm going to pick up a little bit of my ink on there, and now with my Wink of Stella brush, I'm going to pick that up and use it to do glittery colouring in, just for the icing of my cupcake. How about that? I'll hold it up to the camera in a wee minute so you can see just how sparkly this is, because it is so sparkly. Can you see how sparkly that is? There you go. So use your Wink of Stella brush to do watercolouring. Once you're finished, just make sure you kind of wipe it away, get all the ink off, and you're going to want to just use a tissue and take that ink off the centre of your ink pad. Normally it's fine to leave the ink on there, but the next time you scoosh it, you don't want to get Wink of Stella on your ink pad, because although we all know that glitter and shimmer is fab, there are sometimes occasions where you don't want it. Very few and far between, I'm going to be the first to admit, but you will occasionally have occasions that glitter is not called for. So let's put some glue on there, line that up. That way around. I'm wondering, we've got some, you're impressed with my winging it, Jean. Thank you very much, that's very kind of you. Shall we add some ribbon? We've got some ribbon that's the same colour as this in colour. Let me just grab it, 2 ticks. There we go. What do we think? A little bit of ribbon. See, I think a bow would be too big, but what about maybe just a knot on the cupcake, on the top here? What do you think, ladies? You're my creative consultants here. Ribbon, to ribbon or not to ribbon? That is the question. I was liking the idea, but now that I'm doing it, I'm wondering exactly where it's going to go. I think it's too big for the cupcake. Not or nothing. Yeah. What about a little bit over the corner like that? What do you think? Just a little bit in the corner? Yeah, nothing. Oh, we've got gems, haven't we? We've got in colour dots. Ah, you see, now we've got 1 vote for the corner and 1 vote for nothing. I will let you lot fight it out amongst yourselves. Here's my grey ink pad that I couldn't find before. Where's the dots? I'm sure I've got the in colour dots here somewhere. This is a problem. You guys see me with a nice clean desk, but behind the camera, it's absolute chaos back here. There's stuff literally everywhere. And I know I've got the, here we go, dots. Right. Oh dear, right, wait a minute, let me count this up. So we've got 1, 2, 3 for corners and 2 saying nothing. I'm going to just complicate matters more by adding the enamelled dots into the mix. So we could put a dot on top of the cake. Chaos, me never. I'll give you that money later, Debbie. Let's put a little. I like the idea of just putting a little bit of ribbon on the corner. In fact, a little bit of ribbon with one of the dots on top of it. Let's see how this would work. I need my tape if I'm going to use the ribbon. I do like tear tape for ribbon rather than wet glue. I think it sticks a lot better. I feel like I'm already in chaos here in front of the camera. Not good, Emma. Be tidy. Let's just drape this over the corner like that. This would be a good sample card. In fact, I might do cards like these to go out with the catalogues, where you can just have an idea of the in colours, what they look like. Although I do try and use a colour that's got all the in colours on it. Use a card, rather. Right, let's use that in the centre. What do we think? Let's stick this down. Also, if you've just used tear tape to stick down the ribbon, peel off the back and make sure that you get the use of that to stick down your card as well. No point in wasting that extra hold if you've got it. Let's see. There we go. What do we think? Using our Moody Mauve Wink of Stella on the cupcake just to give it that sparkle. A little bit of ribbon, little dot in the corner. What do you think? You like it? Just very much a quickie. Let me see if I can do another one. I'm going to try and do one slightly different this time. Had another idea. That's the thing, once I start playing, I get ideas and I want to try them. So, let's try them. You'll love it. Thank you, Jean. Right. My next plan, let's pop that just to one side. I'm going to use the boho blue. And again, I'm feeling the square cards, so it's going to be another one of these little mini square ones. But let's get different papers. So you've got, again, the dots are little stripes, these stripes, or the hearts. The hearts are cute, but I'm thinking this. Let's cut these in half. Again, this style of card I quite like because it's only using a 3x3 piece of paper. It means that you can get 4 cards out of a single sheet. Let's see. Big, sorry, I cut these last time. I think I did it too. If you're interested, the bit of basic white that goes behind is 8.5 centimetres. The card blank is 10.5 by 10.5 because that's basically the width of A4. So you take an A4 sheet of card and chop off 10.5 centimetres and then fold it in half, and that's how you get the square. And then, right. My plan for this one, I'm going to do this one slightly differently. Because we don't want them all the same, do we? We want them to be different. Let's put back the ones that I've just used. I like the way that they print the stamps on the inside of the box. So it means that when you're putting stuff back, you know what goes where. You also know if you're missing one. So if you've got a bit that doesn't have a stamp over it, then you know that there's still a stamp to go back somewhere. Right. This one, I'm going to use these seashells here. My in-laws, so Tom's parents, they live by the seaside, and so whenever I see these seashell type ones, it always makes me think of them. Can I punch that out of there? I can. So I'm just going to do it first. Normally I would stamp first and then punch, but that was so near the edges. I thought, let's just make sure that I'm going to fit that on. Let's open up my boho blue. Actually, I didn't do this with the Moody Mauve, but let's do it just now. See, when I open up a new ink pad, one of the things that I want to do on the back, you've got labels, and you can see that I've actually got them in English, German, French, English, French, German, and then I've got it in English again. So they've given, on these ones, on these new ink colours, they've given it twice in English, which is handy because you can use these labels for lots of different things. I'm just going to lift this one off and I'm going to show you what I do with my labels. So the first one, I'm going to stick to the front of my ink pad, like this, because then when I've got them in my Stampin' storage, the ink pad storage that Stampin' Up sell, it means that I can easily see. Plus, if you've got them all stacked up on top of each other, because they do have little feet, so you can stack them. It's a lot easier if you've got the labels on, so you can see where they're going. The other thing that I'm going to do is you've got one big long one here that's just a solid shade of blue, and this I'm going to put inside. So see this little slip here? I'm going to drop that sticker down, and then I'm just going to use the tip of my bone folder to kind of press that into place. Why do you do that, Emma? Let me show you. If you've got multiple ink pads open and on the go at the same time, sometimes when they're open, they can look very similar. So let me just open up. This is my Pebbled Path, for example. There you go. If you're in a rush and your lighting's maybe not 100%, I mean, you can tell that that one's the blue because it's got that blue strip next to it. But if you're not sure, they look very similar, don't they? So that's why putting the stickers from the back into that strip just makes it so much easier when you're stamping. So let me leave off on the ink pad lecture for a minute and do this. So there we go. Stamp these seashells, and then I'm going to do a thank you underneath. I put it here, and I'm not going to do it in the boho blue. I'm going to do it in the Night of Navy because I think these shades would actually go really nicely together. Or should I do it in boho blue? Keep it all the same? No, I'm not. I'm going to do it in Night of Navy. If you think I should do it in something else, then speak up really quickly because I'm about to do this. But I think it'll look nice in Night of Navy. You've been doing the same while watching. Good for you, Ali. Yeah, I'm going to do it in Night of Navy. I think it's nice. There we go. Right. So for this one, what I'm going to do is my square of DSP, I'm going to rip it. Rip it down the middle. There we go. So I'm going to put that and that there. See, it looked better in my head than it did in real life. I'm wondering whether I should have ripped it. Because I want to stick this on the top. Do you know what? Still fine. If I use the other piece, how does that look? Yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna do this. Actually, I wonder what it would look like. Okay, I've just put glue on that side, but half and half. Let's do it. Do you know what? I'm feeling reckless. So there's half. What happens if I put the other half? Ah, no, it doesn't quite fit because it's not symmetrical. Never mind. Let's use some foam pads, but I need something around the edges as well. Where's my boho blue? Let's just, oh, no, changing my mind. Let's just use some boho blue just to edge round. Oh, now this ink pad is so juicy. You see that? This is almost like taking the ink off. That was not the look I was going for. So what I'm going to do is trusty blending brush to the rescue. Let's use the blending brush to take off some of that ink. I don't really want to take all the ink off. And then let's just use, you see there's loads of ink on that blending brush now. Just to go around the edge. There we go. Gives me a bit of an ombre effect that I wasn't exactly intending, but actually it looks quite pretty. Where's the ribbon? Let's have some matching ribbon on here too. Oh, although, do you know what I need to do? Where's my Wink of Stella? Wink of Stella on these seashells, just to make them pop. I honestly think I could put Wink of Stella on every card sometimes. Just to give it something extra. Bit of ribbon along the bottom. Let's try that little knot again. Yeah, I think that's going to work. So let's stick this down onto my card blank. No worries, Debbie. You take care. I'm just about finished now anyway, I think. I'm going to stick that in the center. And then let's just put that little bit of ribbon at the bottom. Bit of tear tape on the back. And let's do a dot as well. We've got the bling, we might as well use it. I think maybe just one of these tiny little ones in the center would look nice. There we go. Right, how about it? A boho blue and a moody mauve using the circle, so the new circle punch and that circle sayings, the stamp set, and using some of the in colour DSP ribbon and enamel dots as well. There we go. Right, I think that's probably us for tonight. So just to recap then, we started off with the Forever Friends kit where we made these two cards, and then we had a play and had a bit of fun using some of the new in colours out of the 2023-24 catalogue. Yeah, there we go. Right. Let me flip it back to you so I can see you to say goodbye. Right, I hope you've enjoyed that tonight. I have got lots more ideas of things that we're going to do in the coming weeks because we've got lots of new stuff from the new catalogue to show you. If you've purchased from me in the last 6 months, a new catalogue will be coming out to you shortly. I am also hoping to try and arrange a bog off sale, so a buy one get one free for the new catalogue. So there'll be some good bargains coming your way. As always, if there's any questions or anything you want to know, then get in touch. And yeah, happy crafting. Take care. Bye.